Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be working on this pocket. I've been calling it a specimen pocket. Now, I know a lot of people make specimen cards, and I kind of have a different way I think to do it because I do not have the square punches to be able to punch the hole in there. So I think I came up with a different way to be able to make any size specimen card that we want. Now, this is, if you saw my last video, this is my 50s diner. And I did attach it actually to the last page because I like the way the color looked in there. So we have, hopefully you can see this, we've got this pocket with the butterfly. There's a flower behind there, a flower on top of there. And then I just have a quick card that I made up. I did use some of the fabric strips that I had left over for a pull. And we have a fun pocket. All right, so let me show you how I did it. So, to make the journal pocket, let's just start with a piece of paper here, and I'm going to have start with one that's blank. Yeah, we'll start with one. We'll start with one that's printed. Okay, so you can do either unprinted on one side, printed on both sides, however you want to. This one actually was one of my arties like this, blank on the inside. I put a piece of coffee stained paper in there and stamped it a little bit back there just to give it a little background for it. But yeah, it can go either way for it, but I think I'm just gonna do this one because I think I like this one. All right, so to make any size pocket that you want, any size specimen pocket, tag, card that you want, what you're gonna do is figure out how big you want the opening, how big you want the final product. Actually, how big you want the final product will determine how big the window is. So say if you want a tag or pocket that's 5 inches, when you go ahead and cut the 5 inches, you are going to lose approximately 1 inch with my technique, and you will have a 4-inch window. So if you only want a 3-inch window, you'll have to adjust for that. If you want just a skinny tag, you can adjust for that. But let me show you what we did here. So I'm going to say that I'm going to want for this to be a, we're going to go with a 4.5-inch pocket. Now let's do a 5-inch pocket. Now 4.5-inch pocket. So we want to add an inch to that measurement. So if I want a 4.5-inch pocket, I need a 5.5-inch square. And I think I should be okay with this. This is like half of a digital. So we're going to start with, that is a little bit shy. So we're going to go 5 1/4. Yeah, not much more. All right, so if we do 5 1/4 that way, we're going to do 5 1/4 this way. So we can use that for a tag or something. Yeah. Now, since this was 5 1/4, we're going to end up with a 4 1/4-inch pocket, which is a fine size pocket. All right, so we'll take our piece and we are just going to score all 4 sides 1/2 inch. Easy peasy, right? 4 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch. Okay. Now after we score the 4 sides, we're going to come through and we are going to miter the corners. So I'm going to just cut where the 2 corners meet. I'm just going to cut it at an angle best I can. Okay, 4 corners gone. All right, so we're just going to take this, and since I want this on the inside, now this would be very cool to be on the inside also, and then that would just be a fold up this way. But I've decided I want this as the inside, and we're going to fold that over to make the border. So we're making a reverse frame of this. Oops, that did not fold very well. There we go. Okay, now the few that I've done, because I've done a couple practice, they don't always, it's kind of hard to cut at a beautiful angle, that cross angle, to get all four corners to be 45 degrees and meet. But one thing I found out is after you go ahead and make the item, if that corner doesn't meet very well, you put a label on there, right? There's ways to fix those things for them to not look, you know, off. All right, so there is our specimen pocket. Now, I have collected, there it is. Here, be a little big. So I have collected sheets. A lot of them, you probably can see it. There's the top where the clear labels, clear stamps are on. Collected those. You could use packaging cellophane. You could use Ziploc bags. Anything that's clear that you want to fill it. I think you can find even, sometimes in the Goodwill, you find those printable overhead sheets. That's a nice weight for it. But I've got these that I've kept, and I'm going to use that for the window. All right, so whatever your finished size pocket is, and this ended up being 4 1/4, I'm going to cut this down to be smaller than that because I don't want it to hit some bulk. So I'm going to take 4-inch square, maybe a little slightly smaller than 4-inch square. We're going to go like an 1/8, smaller than a 4-inch square. So 4 and take an 1/8 down. All right. Oh, took my sheet with me. All right, so this will now go in here and become a specimen card. Fun, right? We can glue that together. I guess it goes this way. There's the flowers. You can barely see them, but they go up. There's the sky. Yeah. Oh, the lines go that way. That works. Put something there to cover it. Cute, right? I mean, technically, if you wanted to not make this a pocket, this could be a very cute journal card where you actually put it into something, and then when you take it out, you've got a surprise on the inside, right? And I'm thinking about it. There's another thing I thought of to maybe make this its own pocket, so we'll have to try that. But, yeah. I got smaller ones from other ones, but I figured I might make smaller tags or something from that. So, to decorate the inside of this, you take whatever you want to put in there. Some flowers, some butterflies, some bugs. I think a nice big butterfly would look cute in there. So let me see if I can track one down. All right, I think I found a cute butterfly that could go in there. And we could probably put some sort of label below it just to fancy it up a bit. Just want something kind of nondescript-y, kind of big. New holiday parfait. That could be kind of fun. Picture rings. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. You're stuck together. All right, let's go with that parfait. All right, so we can decorate behind the clear shield. We can decorate in front of the clear shield. I just wanted something a little bit bigger here to block part of this. And do that. we're just gonna put something tiny up there just to pull a little bit more color up that way. Okay, let's glue the butterfly in. Glue, there's the glue. I didn't even ask you how your day is going today. I just kind of jumped right into this, didn't I? I was so excited when I decided to do this. And it came out so good on the first batch, or first whatever try, that, yeah, I just wanted to get it going. Okay, all right, so I found for gluing, the best way to do it is, okay, we're gonna get that in there, to use the art glitter glue. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that the I put a little glue in the crease so that the paper sticks to the paper, and then some near the top of the flap, but not all the way to the top of the flap, because I didn't want too much to, I didn't want any really to squeeze out onto the acetate, if you know what I mean. Okay, put some on the fold for the paper, and then almost to the tippy top. Because basically when you go to push it down, you are going to push some of it toward the top, so it's going to hold pretty good. All right, fold, and then a little bit just ooze there. We're going to wipe it down toward the paper, and do the last one. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, so we now have a beautiful pocket or tuck spot or journal card or just fun decoration. Could probably even add some washi tape to it and put it in a book and have it flip, right? It's not extremely heavy. It's definitely very thin to be able to slide into something. You could slide it, like I said, into another pocket. You could decorate the outside, and I did do that on the one I have in the book. And I think I might throw a little flower up in here maybe. Let me see if I got my, there they are, my washi flowers. Because let's see. I'm thinking a yellow might be pretty, because there's kind of a little bit of yellow in that butterfly. I think I'll do that. Okay. Peel this. Okay, we're going to have it go right about there. Could wrap it around, but like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to end up using this, so I'm going to cut it off. Get that all well burnished down. Yeah. Super cute, right? I love it. All right, so I did cut out another one, but I do want to show you I have another thought to do. So let me grab that too. Yeah, see, I had already cut this one out that has the arty and folded it over, and I was going to put this on the inside and be able to decorate that, but I want to try something else while I'm thinking about it. Keep that to the side. I do have this, which is a little thicker double-sided 6x8. And what I was thinking of doing is making it where it could be a tag, that you can stick a tag in there. So let me think about this for just a second. So we might make it a pocket, probably about 4 inches. So I think I'm going to do a 5-inch width. So let's start with that. I thought this one would be fun too, because the inside of this would be the clouds, and how fun would that be to decorate, right? Okay, so if I do a 5-inch width, normally I would do a 5-inch height to have the 1/4 inch thing. But if I do it where it's a little taller, I could still glue it down and have this part open so I could stick a tag in there. So instead of 5 inches tall, maybe 7. Oh, I need to just cut 1 inch off then. It's 7. Let's give that a try. Yep, we're gonna cut the 1 inch off this bottom. Yep, I'm gonna cut 1 inch off the bottom. Alright, I can always go back and cut a little bit more, I think. But I'm gonna start with that. Alright, school board. Alright, so I'm going to have the green fold over, so that's going to be the frame. And that is the wrong score. Alright, so I'm still going to do the half. I'm going to do the half there. I'm going to do the half up here. And the half on this side. Alright, but for this, I do 2, that'll leave a pretty good opening, maybe 1.5. Let's try 1.5. Let's try 1.5. All right, that leaves an opening of about 3.5 inches. 3.5, that's probably not too bad. 3.5 by this side is, and 4. That's not too bad. Let's give that a shot. Okay, this is all an experiment, people. So bear with me. This could go completely off the rails or just be perfect. All right, so we're just gonna fold that there, and we're gonna come by and fold this. Now this is much thicker paper, so I definitely need to use my bone folder to train it to go. Okay. Now, before I would cut the corners off, but that is not going to work for this. I'm going to cut the 2 bottom corners off because that's still going to be the same. That'll be the same because it's going to fold up like that, and like that. So for this, I look like I need to cut this gone. And this is similar to how you make other pockets, I know. But usually, you are like folding this in the back to just make it its own pocket. You know, you fold it in, glue it to a page, and it becomes a pocket. We're kind of doing it the reverse way. All right, so if I go I just want to have 1 inch down to glue here. So I'm going to want to do that. So score it about 1 inch down. So that's probably what I should have done, is scored it at 1 inch down instead of at 1.5. Okay, now blah blah blah. Let's figure out. Let's get a piece of this. Now it has got a little bit of a semi-dirty, but I think I can get rid of the clear stamps had left a film behind that is easily removable. Okay, so I'm going to want to do a 4-inch wide, and I just want it to end under here, so I want to do 4.5 tall, 4 by 4.5. Okay. We're getting there. I think this is going to work. All right, so 4.5 tall by 4 wide. Actually, I got to go a little smaller because I want it to fit. Okay. I always trim a little bit off, right? All right, so this is going to go in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to cut the top open so that something can slide in there. Because I'm not going to decorate the back of this. I'm going to decorate whatever tag I end up having. I'm just going to use the one I got pre-decorated here. This tag would slide in there behind the oh lordy, behind the acetate, and then you'd be able to see that. I think that should work. Okay. All right, so let's glue this bad boy down. Boy, I hope this is making all sense, but I really, and I know there's a lot of the professional YouTubers out there, the ones that have tons of people, they will do all this stuff ahead of time, have a pretty example, but I don't know, that's not how I craft. Kind of do some of it on the fly, so, and I'm hoping this just makes it seem to you, or not seem to you, but encourage you to just kind of go for something, right? Because in the end, it's a piece of paper and a piece of acetate. But the way it's going, I think it's going to be fun. Little squeezed out, so we're just going to push it down toward the paper. All right, make this needs a loops. Needs a little bit of glue in the corner. There we go. Okay, so this. And I probably should miter the corner so it looks like it was meant to be, right? I'm just gonna, yeah, it's a little better. I'm gonna miter the corner. There we go. Okay. All right, so this, I'm gonna throw just a bit of glue only at the top there because I really just want it to attach. I'm going to throw some right above. Oh no, I don't want to close the S. Oh shoot. Shoot. I need to have this open. So I need to make sure I glue the acetate. And I don't think that's going to be far enough down. So it looks like we might need to score another piece. And I would have probably been fine if I had this acetate. I pushed all the way down. I pushed it down. If I would have pulled it more up and had it even with the top, I think it would have worked perfectly fine with how tall I made it. So I need to score it a little farther down. I'm just going to score it right there. we can flatten it back out again, kind of unscore the score. If it looks awful, I can always throw some washi tape on there or something, right? Okay. It's a tad crooked. Okay, we're getting there, peeps. That's perfect. Okay, so line there, line there. This is a little bit off, but I could throw some washi tape on there. All right, so now we are going to put some glue right on the top line, like I thought, and that will hit the acetate and not the back. Probably should have thrown some glue on the side of the, but again, live and learn project. A little bit of glue there. And now we've got the 4 sides. So, like I said, all we need to do is chop this top off. I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna just chop the top off here. So it is now open. And I think I'm going to chop it just a little bit more. I think I'm going to chop it to that original fold line. Yeah, that, oh, look at that. And she laughs. She laughs and she laughs. And she pokes herself with the pin. Ow. Okay. That's a cute pocket. All right, so if I really wanted to make sure oh, there it is. Make sure I want to. Got to do it this way. Throw a little, trying to get that centered. Probably could do it just a little deeper. It's not that hard, but my wrist is hurting me for some reason. I don't know if I slept funny on it or what, but super cute. So now we know how to make a specimen pocket any size we want to. Now, I loosely use the term we know how to make it because it was kind of trial and error, but I think we have the makings of being able to do that again. And I say, let's try one more so we kind of have this down pat, because those are cute. I really like that. Okay, so we want to find one that is going to be fun. Has the inside and the outside. That could be fun. That could be really fun. That'd be folded up. That would be folded down. And I think I kind of like that one. Okay. Okay, now like I said, I'm starting with these that are 6 by 8, but 12 by 12 would work. To just, but you just need to be able to cut it down to the right size. So we are going to do this correctly this time, and I'm going to have correct instructions. All right, so since this pocket ended up being 4 inches, we need 5 inches wide. That we know. I don't want to cut any of that off because I want to keep that in the picture. So we're going to cut this to 5 inches wide. And that's a fun little, whoops, that's a fun little strip to have. Okay, now for the height on this, we had cut it, this was 5, but then we have an extra inch on here for the fold down, so we're going to call it 6. And do we want to add a little bit so we can cut it off? 6 1/4? I say we call it 6 1/4 because we're going to want to cut the top off. Okay, so we're going to cut this to 6 1/4, which should be fun because I have, oh, I do kind of have 6 1/4. This is about as much as this cutter will go. All right, 6 1/4. And that's a fun little piece there too. Okay. All right, chopper goes away. Scorer comes out. All right, so we know the easy ones, the bottom and the 2 sides, are 1/2 inch. So we're gonna do 1/2 inch, and we're gonna do 1/2 inch, and we're gonna do 1/2 inch. Okay, now this is where we're gonna get a little bit trickier. So we wanna score it so it comes down the 1 inch, but we have the extra 1/4, so, or 1/8, right? Because this was 6 1/8. So we want to fold it down the actual 1 plus 2 lines, so 1 inch plus 2 lines, and that'll give me enough to cut off. Okay, 1 inch plus 2 lines is 1 inch and 1/4. Okay, there we go. This score, for some reason, does not look very scory. And this is some thicker paper, so we want to make sure we've got good score lines to be able to fold well. Okay. We're gonna get it, I know we are. All right, so scissors. All right, so we're gonna cut the bottom at a lovely angle and another lovely angle, and those two are going to get folded up, and you are going to get folded in, and you are going to get folded in. Okay, so this, again, was going to be folded down, so we're going to need to get rid of. We're going to put that at an angle, and we're going to get rid of that. And angle, and get rid of that. Now the first one, I think that's kind of where I made a mistake on this, is I cut it on the inside of the fold, so it came in. This time I tried to cut it right on the fold mark so that it was more coverage over that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be cute. I mean, like, the more I'm looking at it, you probably could still have it be the smaller amount, the 1 inch, and fold it down. I have to do 2 score marks. I don't want to fold it like that. I need to have it fold so it ends at the 1 inch. All right, that's where I made my mistake. Okay. All right, so if I want this to come to the 1/2 inch mark, it's going to go right there. All right, so we scored that at, okay, that makes sense. So we're going to score it at, instead of at the 1/2 inch, we're going to score it at the 1/2 inch plus the 1/4, so 3/4 of an inch. We're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. And that makes sense because the we scored it at a 1/2 inch for the normal pocket. We scored it at the 3/4 because that's what we're going to cut off. That makes sense. Okay. All right, so we are going to go ahead and cut this at an angle so it looks like a mitered corner. And cut that at an angle. Okay. All right, time for some should have cleaned these off earlier, but I didn't know what I was using them for, technically. When I save them, I just save them. So, it really only takes a few seconds to clean it, but there we go. All right, so we need a 4 by about 4.5. All right, so we're gonna go just under 4. And 4.5. All right, let's see how that one fares. Yeah, that's better. I have it a little bit higher up, so when it glues, it will glue better and we'll be able to cut it off. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's glue this sucker down, and I think we got it. A couple trial and errors on that top part, but I think in the end, it'll be okay. All right, so just to recap, we cut it a 5 wide and folded 1/2 inch to make it 4. We cut it 6 1/4 high. And we scored the size in the bottom at 1/2, and then we scored this top at the 3/4 to make the flap. Okay? Yeah. And I don't necessarily, I'm going to say that that's a good measurement to start with, but I don't think it's necessarily set in stone that way, because if you wanted to glue this side down first. So it's underneath, there we go. If you wanted that top to be taller, you could make it taller. Okay, so we are going to, once again, just glue across the top here so it touches the acetate. And I'm going to throw a little glue on this corner here and this corner so that it really is going to be very close. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so this, I did angle that a little too much, so I see a little bit there, but again, nothing a little washi tape or label can't fix. Got a little bit of glue on the acetate, but it washes right off. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and, I would cut with scissors, but I am notoriously not going to cut that straight. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to chop about that much off, which is not a lot. gonna make sure that this opens fine, and it does. And I could chop a little bit more off because it's cut there, and I think I will. Just a little bit. I'm gonna make that flap at the 1/2 inch mark. Oh, that flap is at the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a little bit more off. Sometimes the smaller pieces are hard to cut off. There we go. Now it's straight. Okay. And if it wasn't on camera, you would never know that I screwed that up, would ya? No. All right, so if I want to put a little notch in there, I can do that. All right, to try to center it good. Yeah, so the the acetate is glued to the front of the frame. And we are able to, once again, go ahead and put a journal card tag in there. Super cute. All right, let's see. Put that glue back on there, and you are just not quite wide enough. You're very, very close to being wide enough, but you are not. I think I want something a little bit more fun too. All right, so we got the 2 pockets, and well, since I have this one, I might as well show you how I did this one. All right, so again, this is going to be just a straight pocket. So this one, I took a bigger piece. This one is 5.5 inches. So it ends up being a 4.5 inch pocket. I am going to take this to cover the inside, and we're just going to glue it in. And it doesn't have to be perfectly glued in because it's going to end up getting final glue down from the 4 sides. We're just going to center it as good as we can. All right, and a little bit of acetate. Well, I hope I have not confused you too much, and I hope this is something you might think about trying to do. You know, if I was smart, I would figure this all out beforehand. Well, that's a perfect width, so I just need to cut the height. All right, so this is 4.5, so about 4 1/4 high. Beautiful. All right, so we're just going to glue this in. And again, we're going to try our best to center the acetate so I catch all 4 sides evenly. I'm going to glue the opposite sides, so that if the top or bottom is too big or too small, it goes over. Like this is a little bit bigger, so it's going over both of them instead of only over one and not the other. And these are super easy to do when you don't have involving a pocket. Okay, and like I said, this side is a little bit wonky, so I could add a little label to it or something, but I didn't put the picture inside. Oh well, I don't think I can. I didn't glue any picture of anything inside. If I want to put the squirrel in there. Oh, how about that flower? I think I'm going to do the flower. Okay. Not the way, as soon as I say it was easier, it ends up being harder because I didn't go to decorate the inside first. I was thinking of how I did that one. I didn't have to decorate the inside of that first because it's going to be a tag. This is technically not that way. Okay. I think I'm going to use glue stick because if I have to slide it a little bit, I can. Okay, that'll work. All right, we're going to re-glue it. And I think what I'm going to end up doing, because it's kind of simple with just the one flower, is I'll end up putting, I've got those butterflies that are washies, and I can put that on the outside. Bright, happy, cheerful butterfly. You are a bright, happy, cheerful butterfly. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Okay, stay there. I got also, just thought of that. I have this stuff that could be kind of fun to put on there. All right, so if I got the pink butterfly, I don't necessarily want to put the pink splash, so let's put the, all right, let's put the purple splash on there. Probably should be using little scissors to cut this out, but this was a weird washi tape. It's not individual. It's one flat sheet of washi, and then the pictures aren't on, so you got to cut them separately. So I gotta just cut around a little bit closer to the, so I have less of the plastic hanging out. Okay. All right, so now I got So we're going to put the washi right there. And we'll put the butterfly on top. Okay, and maybe a little label over there. Okay, and maybe a little label over there. I think I need something in white. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that, but I'm gonna cut the corners off, make it a little bit more interesting. Okay. Oh, garbage time. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, I survived and fixed it. We're just gonna call today crafting snafus. Crafting without a purpose. But it still came out really cute. I like that one. I like it a lot. So like I said, this can be put as a journal card or glued onto a page to make a pocket. Washi tape so it's a flip. Very cute. And then these, I'll have to go make some journal cards of their own for this. I don't think I'm going to do that now because I think I've taken up enough of your time yeah, I think I've taken up enough of your time with trying to figure out how to do that. But I hopefully we figured it out enough that you can go on your own to try to make your own. Put that in there. Yeah, I like it. I do. I really, really, really do. Even if it took the long way to get there. I'm quite happy with them. I really like that one. Kind of reminds me of Toy Story, right? With the little clouds in the back. Yeah, very cute. I really do like them. You probably can't even see them with the glare. Let me see if I can hold them up and see what they look like. Oops, there we go. Yeah, a bit of a glare. Let's see if I can. It's very cute. I do like it. And then this one. I hate doing this in reverse. Because like down is up and the camera up is down. There we go. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. And like I said, these guys, nothing done with fancy, but yeah, cute. And this one with the inside, I really like that inside. And then the book one. Cute, right? Okay, awkward final show, but hopefully you got the idea of what they could look like. And yeah, I hope you'll go out and try these. They definitely are, I think, well worth it in the end, even the little bit of fiddliness to get to it. So, well, if you liked the video, even through its trials and tribulations, a thumbs up would be awesome. I feel like I worked up a sweat on this video. And if you'd like to see some future projects that end up getting put into this book, hopefully they won't be as complicated, please subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you come back. Like I said, hopefully the next version will be just a little less complicated. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.